In this video, I'm going to show you how to make pixel art just like these using Kittl AI. And the secret key term you are going to use in your prompts is, well, you have to watch the video to find out. And we're going to test 5 different prompts, and I'm going to go back and forth with some different styles and even not use any presets to show you the results of how you can get this really cool pixelated video game style art. So let's dive in. All right, so I have my first prompt in here, which is a checkered picnic blanket in a sunny meadow with sandwiches and sodas, happy characters sitting on the grass. And then, as you can see right here, I've put at the end 8-bit video game style. And that's the key term I was referencing, 8-bit. You're gonna wanna try to tack that on somewhere in the prompt. But just to show you what happens, I'm gonna go ahead and hit generate. I'm gonna keep it in 1x1 for now. And I have no preset selected, so this is just coming straight out of the AI. All right, sweet. As you can see right here, we definitely have some pixelated 8-bit art. Looks like we have little characters all around the checkered mat, the checkered blanket. It definitely gave us the checkered blanket. We've got some sodas there with some little bubbles coming out. We have some different foods. That was with no preset. Now what I'm going to do is just delete this. I'm going to put a comma in between 8-bit and video game style, and then I'm going to actually select anime. And this is what I think is the secret weapon to adding 8-bit, because that's already within the anime niche. This is super cool, very Pokemon-like, and it is kind of like that upscale, kind of higher, edgy, pixelated style. So it definitely looks very Pokemon to me, like the little kind of chibi-esque characters. And we've got some food right here, some sandwiches. We've got the sodas right here, checkered blankets. Definitely pretty cool. I'm gonna try it one more time, and instead of video game style, I'm going to put pixel art at the style, and that is going to be our third kind of key term that we test back and forth. Okay, so this is definitely cool. You can see this is still that kind of higher caliber pixelated art, but you can see it's still blocky, it's still edgy. You've got your sodas. This definitely gave us a much higher calibrated, a higher kind of nicer level of style, a little higher class art, if you will. And that was just by me taking off the video game portion and putting on pixel art, because pixel art is already this kind of trending keyword, as we can see kind of rising over the past couple years. Especially this nostalgic type of pixel art is coming back. So again, you can play around with this to get the style that you want. Let's test out a different prompt. All right, so I've got my next prompt in here, which is going to be a volcano spewing lava with a dragon coming out of the top and a brave adventurer holding a sword running up the mountain, comma, 8-bit pixel art. I'm gonna take off the preset just to see what happens, and I'm going to generate. All right, so this definitely looks pretty sick and exactly like a video game. This is super surprising. I mean, I love the level of detailed in this pixelated style and all of the colors. I love like all of the faded kind of dot grain and hatching that's kind of happening, or the phasing from the darkness in the wings down to the bright yellow in the wings. And it's pretty wild that like fire is coming out of the dragon's mouth and into the lava pit itself. But what I really like is like the flames coming off of the top of the dragon here in these little pixelated blocks. I mean, that is just really cool. I almost don't even want to render anything else, because that's pretty sick. But let's go ahead and just test anime to see what it gives us. All right, so here we have our AI version, which is still nice and pixelated. You can see all the kind of blocky wonkiness, except we have a separate dragon chilling over here, which I didn't ask it to do, but I guess it's the dichotomy between like an evil dragon and a good dragon or something like that. And then also very creative how lava is pouring out from here and going into the water. Sometimes the AI comes up with a pretty wacky like rendition, but like also sometimes a pretty neat idea. All right, I've got my next prompt in here, which is going to be a cafe with tables outside, little coffee cups on them, and an awning with greenery, 8-bit pixel style. So let's go ahead and take anime off, hit generate, and let's see what it gives us. Oh snap, that is actually pretty awesome. Wow, look at that. So this is extremely pixelated. That is really cool. It even gave us a little umbrella over here. We got this little awning that's coming up right here, and even another one with like some hanging lights around it. You got your little pixelated tables. This is super cool. I mean, you could make some really neat designs with this. It's actually interesting that this is kind of come out as clip art, even though I didn't select any preset here. So I wonder what happens if we remove the background from this. You could make some really cool designs with this. Like this would look really cool on a coffee cup. Okay, so it left some of this right here, but let's go here. I'm gonna click over to here. I'm gonna click right here, and then we're going to see if we can remove some of this color. Okay, so sometimes it removes a little bit too much of the color there. So we'd have to work with that a little bit, but you get the point. You could use this in the clip art style. So given that knowledge, let's go down to clip art and let's try cartoon and let's see what happens. We're just testing this theory out and let's see if it works. Oh my gosh, that's actually super good. Now you have discovered something with me that I did not know, which is using the clip art style along with the 8-bit pixel style tacked on to the end of the prompt can give you some really cool stuff. Now, this background has something attached to it. So what we need to do is we need to go to AI background remover. This is going to cut that white away and make it transparent like this. You can make some really, really cool stuff with this. It even has the cafe text here in the middle. But what I could do is, let's say we wanted to, let's just say this is cafe blue sky. Okay, and then if I go over here to the text, I can type in pixel, and we have all these really cool pixelated fonts that you could use. Oh, that's so cool. And then we could go right here and we could use the color dropper tool to grab that same blue. Maybe it's a little bit darker than that, somewhere around, maybe, yeah, okay. Maybe somewhere around there. That is so cool. I mean, you could get some really, really neat stuff for like mugs and like mouse pads or like just other kind of like pixelated video gamer-esque stuff that fits into this nostalgic vibe. I mean, golly, you could make such cool things. Let's go back to this original prompt though, and instead of the cartoon, let's go back to the anime preset because I still want to know what happens when we have the anime with this 8-bit and pixel start, because it's been doing a pretty good job. So let's see what happens. Also gonna make this go back to white. Oh snap. That is so nice. I mean, I may have to save this for myself and actually do something with it. I mean, that is nice. I don't know how much more you want. I mean, this is a beautiful kind of pseudo pixel art, pseudo Studio Ghibli-esque coloring and with the blockiness. I don't know how to even describe this. This is definitely a pseudo style in the anime pixel art crossover. So I mean, you've got your little tables with the coffee cups, you've got your awning here with some greenery coming down the side, you even got a little shop. There's even a little like note on the shop door. I mean, man, this is super cool. Again, it all depends on like the style that you want, from like true pixel video game art or like this pseudo kind of pixelated art that you could use for other stuff. But man, this is really cool, because what you could do is you could start increasing like your contrast and or brightness as well as your hue to get a couple different colors. So like maybe you want this to be a little bit more on like the bluer side. Maybe we want the saturation to be towards the other way. Yeah, I mean, you could just, man, you could go crazy with this. I could even pixelate it a little bit more if I want with using the actual pixelate slider down here in the photos adjustment. Maybe that's a little bit too much, but you could get it more pixelated if you want to. That is an option. You can almost pixelate any art, any render, if you use the little pixelate preset over here in the adjustments panel. All right, so we have 2 prompts left that we're going to test out. But by the way, if you haven't tried Kittl yet, go ahead and sign up using the link down in the description. It's free to sign up and get started, and you have 20 one-time use free credits to use Kittl AI. So you can literally be doing what I'm doing right now to test out if it works for you, or if there's a different style or a different prompt you want to try out. You can be testing it out right now. So go ahead and sign up for free using the link down below. All right, let's go ahead and do these next 2 prompts. All right, so I have my next prompt in here, which is going to be a haunted mansion surrounded by fog with eerie ghosts floating around the front door, green lights shining through the windows, and again, 8-bit pixel art. I'm gonna go ahead and put a comma between that because that seemed to work pretty well. I'm gonna go ahead and hit generate image. Oh, this is definitely cool. I mean, could you not see this as definitely part of like a video game frame where like a little character is gonna come across the front and like walk into the door? I mean, this is almost exactly what I was looking for from this prompt. You've got all of your ghosts around the door, you've got your like green coming through, you even got like little green flames around the house. I mean, that is wicked. All right, let's test something. So remember, we discovered that when we use it with the cartoon preset, it does a pretty good job, and it gives us that clip art that we could use for like merch. Maybe it's t-shirt, or maybe it's like a hat, or maybe it's a mug. Let's try that. So I'm gonna go ahead and generate that image. Oh wow. Okay, so this one's even given us a little character here with a little little bit of like faded shadow here on the bottom. That is super interesting. Let's go ahead and remove the background from this one. I do love how the green is super vibrant coming through the house, especially with this fog over on the left and right. This is definitely clip art style. Okay, nice. So it gave us, yeah, it took away that bottom, so it gives us a really clean layout if we want to put text below it, or maybe we want to put text, arch it around, maybe just no text at all. I mean, maybe you just want to throw that on a coffee mug and boom, you're good to go. And that is super cool. I'm really happy that I discovered this cartoon clip art with the 8-bit style is working out. Okay, by the way, so I was mentioning where your AI art goes. I just deleted that, but I can easily get it back. If I go over here into the uploads panel, I can go right here to where it says AI generated art, and then you can see all of the renders that we've tried so far are in this AI generated art section. All right, so we have one more prompt to try, and so what we've got is a greenhouse with lots of different plants and hanging greenery, a girl watering the plants, and a cat sitting on the windowsill. Pixel art 8-bit style. No preset is selected. Let's go ahead and generate. I think this one is going to be amazing. Oh, look at that. That is so nice. Okay, so we've got our greenhouse here. We've got our hanging plants. We've got a little cat in the windowsill here. We've got a girl watering the plants. This looks like it could be a really cool like nature caring nostalgic video game or something like that. Oh, that is really, really cool. All right, let's try this in conjunction with the anime preset. So we'll go ahead and try it with the anime. Oh, look at that. That is so cool. I really do like how the anime preset mixes with the 8-bit style. So we've got, looks like we're kind of on the outside of a greenhouse. That's also still really, really cool. And then we have some cats here. We have a little girl watering the plants here. Super, super cool. Now, of course, you know what we have to do. We have to go ahead and style because I think it's going to be a winner. Let's go ahead and click generate and see what happens. Look at that. Look how cute that is. That is just awesome. So let's go ahead and remove this background, and that is going to give us a clean image to work with to put on any kind of merch. Now, let's say we don't want this little blue leftover section. We can just bring this up and just kind of crop that right there. By the way, to crop, you can double click in and like, okay, so it looks like we have just a little bit left there. I can also right click and hit crop. So what we're going to do is zoom in right here, and I just want to bring it up to this little black line. Exit cropping mode. Yeah, okay, look at that. That's perfect. Gives us that flat black line down across the bottom. That is super cool. Like, and you can already kind of tell what kind of t-shirts this would look cool on. Oh man, look at this. This is so cool. I hope the ideas are flowing in your mind of different prompts to try out with this 8-bit style. So I hope this was super helpful for you. Again, if you don't have Kittl yet, go ahead and sign up using the link down in the description. And then I need you to let me know in the comments, what are you going to try in this 8-bit style? Or do you even like that style? If you have something else that you think works better other than pixel art, maybe it's using more video game terminology and you found great success with Kittl AI, let me know down in the comments as well. And also let me know what I should try next. Is there a different style you want to see me test out and you want to see me test it before you go and spend credits to try to test it out? I'm perfectly fine with testing that out for you. Perfectly happy to make more videos. So let me know down in the comments. Of course, don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss videos like this one, and we'll see you in the next video.